how to lose 20 pounds in 4 weeks, step by step by step for beginners. No fluff, no BS, just the tactical steps to take to go from where you are now to losing 20 pounds in just 4 weeks. Together, you and I are going to build a plan for you to quickly, but also sustainably lose 20 pounds so that once it comes off in 4 weeks, it never comes back. Now, losing that much weight in such a short time frame may seem ambitious, and candidly, it is, but it's not impossible. We're going to cover exactly how to do that. For those that don't know me, my name is Trevor Ray. I founded a 7-figure health and wellness coaching company. We sold that back in March. I am also a fitness model. I've been there, I've done that. So this is my first rodeo. I've built plenty of plans just like this, and today we're building one specifically for you. Any health or wellness goal, whether that's losing 20 pounds, whether that's gaining muscle, whether it's losing 50 pounds, whether that's running a marathon, whatever it may be, there's only 2 things that you truly need. You need to have a plan, you got to stick with it. So today we're talking about that plan, that tactical step by step process where you know exactly what you need to do, what you need to eat, what movement you need to do, what you need to do throughout the day so that you can lose that weight. Then the only other hurdle is just going to be sticking with it, which we'll talk about at the end. There are going to be 5 steps for you to go from where you are right now to being 20 pounds lighter in just 4 weeks. So without further ado, let's jump into those steps. Step number 1, we need to determine exactly how much you are going to be eating. Specifically, we're going to determine how many calories you're going to be eating. That's because calories are the universal metric for food. And not only are calories a metric for food, but they're a metric for your weight, because your weight is just a function of how many calories you are consuming versus how many calories you are burning. I'm not going to turn this into a long-winded science lesson. I'm just going to help you determine exactly what to do. So how many calories should you be consuming? Here's how to figure that out. You're going to take your body weight in pounds. So we'll take mine, for example. I weigh 200 pounds. You'll then subtract 20 from it, and that will become the variable X. Then take X, right, your body weight minus 20, multiply by 12, and that's how many calories you'll eat in a day. It really is that simple. You're going to take that calorie target, and that is how many calories you're going to be eating per day. You're going to not go over that for the next 30 days. The second thing that you're going to be doing is dialing in on protein. So while we stay under your calorie target, you're going to be staying over your protein target. Let me explain. When we lose weight quickly, we need to protect against losing muscle mass. And if you're looking to lose 20 pounds, I know you want to lose fat, not muscle. So keeping your protein at a reasonable amount is going to protect against that. Eating more protein is also going to increase your metabolic rate, so it'll speed up your metabolism and it'll keep you fuller longer. Now we're going to keep this painfully simple. So take your body weight, multiply that by 0.8. That's how many grams of protein you're going to eat per day. So as an example, I weigh about 200 pounds. So if I multiply 200 times 0.8, that would be 160 grams of protein for me, a 200-pound large human. The key difference between this and your calorie target is that with your protein target, you need to get over the target, at or over. With your calorie target, you need to be at or under the target. And as far as the other macronutrients of fat and carbs, for the sake of this, don't worry about it. If you're under your calorie target, if you're over your protein target, those two will take care of themselves. Don't forget, if you found this helpful and you want more tips on how to get in the best shape of your life, click the follow button. Now, so far, we've talked all about nutrition. We've talked about how much to eat, how much protein to eat. And number 3 is the last thing about nutrition. It's what specifically to eat. Because I realize that in a list like this, where it's tactical step by step, what to do to lose weight, for some of you, it's not going to help you to just say, hey, eat this many calories, eat this much protein. So I'm going to tell you exactly what to eat. Here's what I recommend. When I'm helping one of my clients lose 20 pounds, the first thing that I do for about 90% of them is I have them do a 10-day detox. Now, I realize that most detoxes out there are completely BS.
Bullshit.
Drink this skinny tea, the poop your brains out diet. We've all done it. We all know they don't work. So if you do need a detox to follow, I'll link one in the description of this video. You can download that for free. But what I would recommend is something that's keto adjacent, just so that you can flush your body of extra water weight, extra glycogen, and have a fresh start to the rest of those 30 days and the rest of your life, really. Not only is this going to help you get back on track, but you should generally feel better. And I would expect that you'll lose 3 all the way up to 12 pounds just in those first 10 days alone. This is the most important part if you do decide to follow the detox. On day 11, don't jump right back into junk foods like pizza and all these empty carbs and junk. For the next 20 days, while you're tracking your calories, while you're tracking your protein, simply do your best to eat non-processed or less processed foods. A simple litmus test for this would be if it's got a long list of ingredients, it's just that much more processed. The 4th thing that you're going to be doing out of 5 to lose 20 pounds in the next 30 days is movement. And I'm sure a lot of you are watching this thinking, all right, when's he going to tell me to work out? What workouts am I going to be doing? And here's the best part about this. To lose 20 pounds in 30 days, workouts aren't even required. They would just be an extra bonus. In fact, I don't even want you to go to the gym unless that's something you enjoy, because if you don't enjoy it, you're probably not going to stick with it. So let's make this real simple. What I would recommend is getting at least 8,000 steps in per day. If you want to be an overachiever, get 10,000. Then if you are someone that enjoys workouts, the workouts that I would recommend are workouts that are quick and high intensity. So I would opt for some HIIT or interval style training. If you don't know where to start, or if you don't have a gym membership, I've got a ton of follow along awesome HIIT workouts on my YouTube channel. I highly recommend checking some of those out. The fifth and final thing that you'll follow to lose 20 pounds in the next 4 weeks is water, specifically drinking enough of it. Your body is 60% water, so probably not surprised that you need a lot of it. But there's a few other sneaky benefits. If you're constantly drinking water, you're going to be left more full, and you're just going to have less room for junk food. Now, one of the number one questions I have clients ask all the time is, Trevor, how much water should I be drinking? As a minimum baseline, take your weight in pounds, multiply that by 0.5, and that's how many ounces you should be aiming for per day. So just again, using myself as an example, I weigh about 200 pounds. If I multiply that by 0.5, that means I need to get at least 100 ounces of water per day. And truthfully, I try to drink at least about 1.25 gallons every day. Now, these 5 steps may seem incredibly simple, and that's because they are. Losing 20 pounds in 4 weeks is not complex. It doesn't mean it's easy, but it's very simple, because success in anything comes down to 2 things: knowing what to do and actually doing it. You now know exactly what needs to happen to lose 20 pounds in 30 days. It just comes down to actually doing it. And if you need help with doing it, I would love to welcome you inside of my health community. Inside of that community, everybody gets a workout plan, meal plan. We hold each other accountable. There's prizes each month. It's a ton of fun. In fact, I'll just put a link below this video where you can check it out free for a week. But again, now that you know what to do, all that's left is just to go do it. I hope you found this helpful, and I'll talk to you again soon.